what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Today, hopefully it's the same day that I'm doing this, but it'll definitely be in this video. I am going to be putting up some peaches and preserving some peaches. Now, if you've been following me, you know that on our way home from vacation, we always stop and pick up peaches. Last year, I froze peaches for like ice cream and stuff like that. And I went ahead and mixed up my peach cobbler mix and then froze that. So I have several of that fixed and ready. But I don't have anything canned. So I picked up the peaches on the way home from the beach just a few days ago. And I thought, what am I going to do with this? So I wanted to can some in just syrup, like a peaches and syrup that you would eat with cottage cheese or as a side dish or whatever. I wanted to do that. But I also was looking through my canning book, my ball canning book. You guys have seen me. If you've watched any of my canning videos, I've used it for years. It had the best salsa, tomato salsa recipe in there, and our salsa was, oh my goodness, it was so good. But I happened to be flipping through even before we went on vacation, because we always pick up peaches, so I knew we would. I was looking at what to do, and I came across peach salsa, and I was like, wow, that looks amazing. And then as I was watching some of my YouTubers, which y'all know I have just fallen in love with that 1870s homestead, and lo and behold, I was binge watching her one day, her and Todd one day, Rachel and Todd. I was binge watching them, and I had gone through several videos, a lot of their canning videos, and I want you to know if she didn't make that peach salsa. And I thought, well, there you go. There's your sign. So I have picked up, I have like a lot of pint jars and I have a lot of quart jars, but I didn't want to put this because I know this is something we would only eat a little bit of at each meal. And so I didn't want anything going bad. So I wanted the jelly jars. So I went and picked, and I didn't have any. Because I usually make apple butter and I give that away. So I give my jars away. So I went and picked up some jelly jars, and I'm just going to stick these in the dishwasher. I don't really have to. I can just wash them with soap and water. But I'm just going to put them on the sanitized setting and let them run through. And we'll get started. I'm going to use this was not my thought. I got this from Rachel. She used her seconds, and I always get seconds as well, but they didn't have a lot of seconds. So I have a half a bushel, I think it's a half a bushel of perfectly fine peaches. And then I have a small box of seconds, which are just peaches that have maybe bruises or they may be overripe or whatever. So I'm going to use those for this salsa. I may have to pull some of those good peaches. The good peaches I'm going to can in syrup. I'm hoping that will hold off until Saturday, so Caroline can help me do that. She's wanting to learn how to can, and she's wanting to help me do that. So I'm hoping that is something that I can hold off and wait for her for, but it depends. If I start drawing gnats in the house, they gotta go. So, all right, I will see you guys back when my jars are ready, and I've kind of picked up everything and got everything ready. So I'll see you back in just a minute. Okay, so in my kitchen right now, I have stuff everywhere because you have to pull out a lot of stuff to can. And okay, so here are my second peaches. These are the ones that have like bug bites or they're overripe. They're really hard because I've had them in the refrigerator. Bruising and so forth. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing some water to a boil, and I'm going to be putting these over in there. I have a few more in the refrigerator that I didn't get out. So we're going to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a good hard boil, I'm going to drop a few of these in here at a time for about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm then going to move them over to here to a ice bath to cool. Now I'm super excited about this peach salsa. I understand it's really good like on fish tacos, stuff like that, and it doesn't call for a whole lot of sugar. So I'm really excited. In fact, I don't think it has any sugar. It has a little bit of honey in it, but I'm super excited about that. So once I'm done blanching them and they're in there to cool, I'm going to wash this up because I'm going to use this to cook my salsa in. And we'll just do some prep work at that point. Over here I have my water bath canner. You can't see it. Right here I have my water bath canner, and I have it about halfway full of water. I'm not sure exactly how many cans we're going to get, so I've just filled it about halfway full. If I have to add some, that's fine. Okay, as soon as the water comes to a boil, I'll bring you back for the next step. All right, our water's come to a boil. I'm not washing these really well just because I'm going to stem them and take care of them as soon as they come out of the water. Well, as soon as they cool down, not as soon as they come out of the water. Look, see, that one's got a big bruise, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. All right. We'll leave those in about 45 seconds, and I'll move them to the ice bath and put in more. Okay, everybody, so here I have 6 cups of just diced. I've just diced them up. I will say these are not fully ripe, so I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm having to use them because of the bruised, and I need to get rid of them before they go bad, but they're not fully ripe. So I'm definitely going to let the good peaches wait a while. So I've got a saucepan here that I'm just going to pour these into. All right. Now, Caroline, I needed some cilantro and I didn't have any. And Caroline is going to the store for me, so I will have to hold off on everything. But we'll put everything together except for the cilantro. All right, this is a half a cup of white vinegar. All right, and I'm just going to set that aside while we chop up our vegetables here. And I borrowed Caroline's handy dandy chopper. And so we are going to just use that. This is a red bell pepper. And yes, you have to slap it. I love this thing. I'm going to have to get me one. I've got to go to Walmart and get me one. I have an orange bell pepper. I may put a little bit of the orange. Not that it has a different flavor, but just to add some more. This is going to be a very interesting salsa. I know you're probably already thinking, what is this that she's making? And I'm super excited about it. Let me get those seeds out. Okay, I have two purple onions and about 4 to 5 jalapenos to do this same thing too. I'm going to do that. I'll bring you back in just a second. All right, everybody. Since those peaches were not completely ripe, I am going to add a little extra honey. It calls for 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to put about 4 with a little generous squirt. Just to help give it a little bit of sweetness. All right, so to this, we're going to, oh, I didn't get my garlic out. I got to get some garlic out. I don't have fresh garlic, so we're going to use minced garlic. Okay, so 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. So there's 1.5. All right. And just 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. I may go light on the cayenne because I did leave the seeds in the jalapenos. So I may go 1/4 just because Bryant's not a fan of spicy. All right. Let me grab my garlic and I'll be right back. Okay, we just need 1 clove of garlic, so I just do a good little spoonful right there. All right, let's get a big spoon and we're gonna stir this around. And we're gonna get this cooking on the stove. Isn't that beautiful? Look how pretty that is, and it smells amazing. All right, so let's get this cooking on the stove. I'm gonna turn it on high and just get it hot, and then we'll turn it down. Okay, everybody, Caroline just showed up with the cilantro, so I just took a knife and cut the tops off of them, and stems and all, and I'm just gonna rough chop it. You need about 1/2 cup of loosely packed. All right, so this is going in over there on the stove. Y'all, I got carried away and forgot to film, but I've got it. I cooked it for about 8 minutes, I guess, and it started to thicken. And now I'm just ladling it up into my jars here. Sorry, one of the grandbabies turned the TV on, but I'm just ladling it in my 8-ounce jars, leaving about a 3/4 to 1/2 inch headspace. And I think I'm not going to have enough jars. So we'll see. If I have extra, I'll just leave it out to try it. And we may do salmon for supper tomorrow. This might end up being absolutely perfect. I believe it's going to be pretty close. All right, guys. I'm going to put the lids on, tighten them to just fingertip tightness. And we're going to put them in our water bath and process them, bring it back to a boil, process them for 15 minutes. Okay guys, before you put your lids on, wipe your rims off with some water or vinegar. And now we're ready to put these in the water bath. Let me tell you, get the seeds out of the jalapenos. I gave it a little taste, and for me just to eat a spoonful of this is a little spicy. Pouring it over something, it might be okay. But definitely take the seeds out of the jalapenos. I should have done that. Okay, everybody, they've processed for 15 minutes. And I am beginning to, and then I turned the heat off and just let them sit in here for about 5 minutes while I got my supper into the air fryer. So I'm not sure yet how I'm going to feel about this. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be giving you my definite opinion of it. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10. What happened to the other jars? Let's see. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, did y'all hear that? That's the sound of glory. When you hear that little ding, my favorite sound in the world when I'm canning. Alright, I'll knock this one over. Let's see if I can get it up. Alright guys, we're just going to listen for them to seal. I believe that was the one that sealed. Super excited. They're beautiful. I just don't know how I feel about it yet because I haven't eaten it on the right thing. And so, did y'all hear that? That's that sound. Oh, love it. Wish I could wait for just one more before I let you go. Ah, there we go. All right, we'll be back in just a little bit. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the peach salsa recipe. Today is actually, what is today? Thursday, and we are getting back to work. Our chickens come first of next week, so we've got some setting up of the houses to do over the next few days. So I'll film some of that today. Bryant and I are just gonna quickly do a little bit, but we are back to work. I hope you enjoyed the peach salsa recipe. I will let you know once I try it how it is. I can't wait to try it on some salmon or some shrimp or something. I can't wait to try it and let you know if it's good or not. All right, so I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. And remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Bye, y'all. Back to work.